What's up everyone, welcome to the Speedcube.co.nz YouTube channel. My name is Mike and today we are going to look at how to change the nuts, springs and tensions of the GAN iCarry. So the GAN iCarry is GAN's newest and most accessible, by which I mean affordable, Bluetooth smart cube. It is the first one we've seen which is battery powered and requires no charger. And because it's a Bluetooth smart cube, it doesn't come with the GES system that we've seen in the 356M or the 11 series. It has its own system of nuts and springs, which I'm going to show you how to change today. So first of all, let's get this out of the way and look at what came in the box. Okay, so inside the box we have 2 bags of springs, spring set 1, spring set 3, an empty bag for spring set 2, which is what's installed on the cube when you get it, and also a bag of nuts. And the way it works, put very simply, the nuts here control the distance of the center from the core, and the springs change the tension with which the center is connected to the core. If we take a look at our GAN propaganda, we can see that there are 3 different nut colors. Transparent is the tightest, it's 0.5 mil. That's the one that's installed on the cube. Green gives us 0.6 and blue gives us 0.7 of a millimeter. And this chart actually gives you the different Newton ratings of the spring depending on which nut you have. So for example, you could go with the 0.5 transparent nut and spring 3 to have the absolute tightest setting at 3.2 Newtons there. And then on the other side of things, you could go with the 0.7 blue nut and spring 1 and have just 1.9 Newtons of tension there. So what I'm going to go for in this example is I'm quite keen to try the blue nuts, and I'm going to keep the same spring actually because I want it just a little bit looser, but the tensions are pretty good to be honest. So in this example I'll aim for the blue nut with the same default middle of the road spring, and we'll see how we go. Yoink! So the way this works, first of all what we need to do is get the old center cap off. And that's pretty standard, a thumbnail will get the job done. And that will reveal what we're looking at here. Now obviously this is not a standard core in here, okay? Because it's a Bluetooth core, these stems are actually turning independent of each other inside a fixed core, which is what gives the Bluetooth signal to your app. So it's a little bit trickier to take them apart than it usually is. I'll go ahead and get all the caps off. Whoop, there we go, RIP my thumbnail, that was a bit painful. And you will notice now that the stems on the white and yellow sides are actually orange, the core stems. I do not recommend taking this whole cube apart because it needs to know what's where. It needs to know which color is where so that it can work properly with the app. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to start by taking off the clear nut on the white side. Spoiler alert, this is not very easy. You need to have some fingernails, otherwise you're not going to get it. But you've got to like pinch the stalk of the core and turn it 90 degrees anti-clockwise while pushing down to get to the 0 position, which will release the nut from where it's captive. It also releases the spring. Now, at this point, if you were changing the spring, you would do that, but actually I'm quite happy with the tension of the spring, so I'm just gonna boink, put that guy back on there, and I'm gonna get my blue nuts out of here because that's what I've decided I'm gonna fit. And they've actually provided 7 of the blues and 7 of the greens. There is a good chance you're gonna fire some of these across your living room, so just be ready for that. There we go. So to put this back on, I'm hoping you can see this okay. The bottom is concave, the top is convex. This side here, the convex side, that's what we want up on top. So to get this on, we're gonna drop it on top of the spring, get it seated on top of the spring. You're then gonna push down to get that orange part to come through, grab it with your fingernails, and then turn it 90 degrees back the way you came, so in this case, clockwise. And when that is seated properly, you should be able to see that sitting in there. When the points on the core stalk are pointing towards the number, that means it's locked in and it's all good. When they're pointing to the ones at 90 degrees, that means it is in its position ready to come off. Okay, let's whip around the rest of the cube and do that to the other ones. Come on, leave the spring in there. What's kind of cool is that they can only go in one way. You'll notice that there is only one way that these nuts can fit into the centerpieces, so that makes things a little bit easier. Anti-clockwise to loosen, clockwise to tighten it up. And I think it has to be that way because of the core. Looks good. That is the whole cube done. let's get these out of here and let's get these caps back on. Oh man, they're so much easier to go back on than come out. And then turn your cube on, get the old blinky, and there is one job that's very important to do at this stage, and that is to get the app out and check that your cube is all aligned and your app still recognizes it the way it wants to. More updates, huh? Okay, so there we go. The cube's all back together. It's all solved, but the app is showing a not solved cube. What am I gonna do? It's nice and simple actually. Just hit cube down here, as though you were gonna connect your puzzle or whatever. Bang, hit that. Make sure the physical cube is solved. It looks pretty good to me, team. And then just hit the solve reset button there. And that is gonna set your cube back to a solved state. Everything's good. I'm gonna change that center cap, hold on. All right, that was unnecessary, but I wanted to do it for the video to have that center cap in the right orientation as well. And there we go, all is well. Cube's back together. Let's take it for a spin with its new tensions, hey? Oh, amazing, I'm gonna be smashing sub 10s with this. No worries, everyone, you watch. Actually, it does kind of feel quite nice because it was a little bit tight before for my taste. Anyway, that's not important. What is that we have successfully changed the GES nuts in our GAN I-Carry. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more tutorials like this. I really enjoy making them. People really enjoy watching them. We're a match made in heaven. Anyway, that's it for just now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.